Gospel Diaries. Information for your inspiration. They say I look good when I smile, so I love smiling. And guess what? Anytime you see me smiling around this time, you know what time it is. Time for the Ama Folson Gospel Diaries. Today, I'm honored to have such a special human being on the set. And I say special because, well, she has a special story worth hearing. And I want to believe that you're ready for this. Another chapter on the diaries. I would like to always start this way. And when I came here, I just said, certain things might happen she has no idea about, but it's part of how the interview will go. And so I call it the fact checks, okay? They say that every truth is a fact, but every fact is not the truth. So I found out some facts about her. I'm going to throw them at her. And all I need is true or false. So she's going to say true if it's true, false if it's false. And then we get into the conversation. So put your eye grabber. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Okie dokie. All right, so. Yeah. First one. You are also known as Black Diamond.
Yes, I am.
So that's true.
Yes.
Good. Now, you are called Black Diamond because during your childhood, you chanced on a treasure chest full of diamonds.
False.
Okay. You love beads just like the way you love your coffee.
True.
Okay. You don't know how to swim, but you could stay at the beach all day as long as it's quiet.
True.
If you could own a portion of the sea, you would buy yours at Elmina.
True.
You could watch the movie titled The Conclave every day and perhaps never get bored.
That's true.
You love Ghanaian music just as much as you loved entertainment night at Infantsman Girls.
Sort of.
Okay. All right. If you were ever to accept any political position in Ghana, you would have loved to be the Minister of Tourism.
That's true.
Okay. You strongly believe that everyone must have a travel experience, whether local or foreign.
100% true.
Okay, we're not getting any false here, yeah? Okay, let's try it. At a point in your life, in 2022 to be precise, you couldn't eat for 3 weeks. You were weak, but still found strength to attend Santa Moga dinner dance.
That is very true.
You could talk about a special human being called Mrs. Mary Folson all day and never ran out of lessons she taught you.
That's 100% true.
Okay, becoming a sexagenarian is one of the greatest surprises in your life.
Yes.
All right, 2 more, and there we go. Psalm 71, 17 to 18, which says, "O God, you have taught me from my youth, and to this day I declare your wondrous works. Now also, when I'm old and gray-headed, O God, do not forsake me, until I declare your strength to this generation, your power to everyone who is to come," is your most cherished scripture at this stage of your life.
Yes.
Okay. One more. You've been a lupus warrior for over 3 decades of your life.
Yes.
You believe one has to count on living every single day in a way they believe will make them feel good about their lives, so that if it were over tomorrow, they will be content with themselves.
100%.
So how do you feel today? Answer that in fancy.
Oh, Inda. Me feel good. Oh, yeah, sorry that macabre for kakra because words be what I into mkawo fancy. But me feel good because me feel blessed. So, my sorry, nyankopona mama humazin. And motuma ye nzama me pedeme.
That's what's up.
Na and the pay so sorry. Oh yeah, we join some, but then my body is good.
Oh wow.
No, in see, yaba fandamara.
Did you see that? She anglicized the fancy. So, ladies and gentlemen, today on the Phoebe Folson Gospel Diaries, my distinguished guest goes by the name Ama Folson. And I'm sure once you have that, you're like, okay, is there a connection? Yes, there is. And I'm sure we'll talk about it as we carry on. But it's an honor to have you on the diaries today. And I'm excited you're doing well and feeling strong. Let's talk about life. Let's start from childhood. What blessed family have you been born into?
I've been born into the Folson and Olsen family. The Olsen family is my mother's side, and the Folson family is my father's side. And I'm blessed that they are all from Elmina, so it makes it really nice. We are very proud of our heritage. Yes, so I'm a full Fanti, and I speak very fluent Fanti.
That's right.
Yes.
So you said, I'm just speaking this. Did you say Olsen?
Yes, Olsen, which is spelled Ulzen.
Okay.
I know it rhymes with Folson.
Yeah.
But
people go like,
yes,
are you
yes.
trying to say Folson?
No, Olsen.
Okay.
And then, yes, it's got Dutch heritage.
Okay.
As you know, the Dutch came to Elmina, so that's how we got our name.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So Ama is which day born?
It's a Saturday morning.
Saturday
yes.
born. Okay. And you were born on Saturday?
Yes, I was.
There are people who are called certain day names, but they were not born on that.
I didn't know that.
Okay. It's Kwesi Otin, if you're watching, hi. Kwesi Otin was born on a Thursday, but they call him Kwesi.
Funny, why?
I know, right? He says his father said, you know what? I'm naming you after my friend.
Oh, okay.
So Ama is Ama proper.
Yes. So Saturday.
Were you born to a Christian family?
I would say yes, because my parents were Catholics. Okay. And I would say they were very staunch Catholics. As children, we went to church every single Sunday. And I'm telling you, strict Catholic. Wow. I loved it because it introduced us to Christ. I know people are iffy about Catholic Church and all that, but what I remember was we went to church, we worshiped God, we went to Bible studies like everybody, and that was our introduction to Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah.
Wow, I love that. Mm-hmm. So good foundation, Christ in the home.
Yes.
Okay. You said we. How many siblings are you?
I have 4 other siblings.
Okay. What's your position?
I'm 2. And the first girl.
First girl. Oh, yeah. I see. So I'm sure you are the mother to all the ones that came out.
I try to be.
Even when there are men in the family, they won't take care of us, so I get that right.
Yes.
So you would say that your childhood was good, right?
Very good.
It was. You went to, your system would have been common entrance.
Yes.
So you left home to boarding school early?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to Morning Star, and I left Morning Star to go to Umfansman, which was the first school I went to, from Form 1 to 5, and I did my 6th form in Holy Child. Oh, you didn't say? Yes.
Well, I mentioned Santa Moga earlier. I didn't want to reveal anything, but I went to Antisana. So Santa Moga, that's there.
Yeah, nice connection there.
Exactly. Yeah, and I like the way you seem to have the color somewhere in your outfit. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
What's your motto? What motto you have is Fantiman girls?
Obranyuwarabo.
Obranyuwarabo. It's coded. So you go to boarding house this early. How was the feeling? Maybe let's just pick it from there.
It was very good. It was interesting. Okay. I enjoyed boarding school, I think to a point. I made good friends. Okay. I enjoyed some of the subjects I studied. Okay. I think my favorite subject was English and French. Oh. Yes.
You speak French?
I do speak French.
Okay. No, I won't go there.
No, not today.
No, me, boy, I can't go there. Let's stay here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then I did sciences and did O-levels there. Oh. So I finished around about 82, even though that could reveal my age, yes. And after that, I went to Holy Child for 6th form.
Okay. Why did you go to Holy Child, though?
I wanted a change. I didn't believe in going to one school for 7 years. Okay. And I think they were too strict with us in Infantsman. We were so isolated from the rest of the world. And every school was in Cape Coast. Also, from my Catholic background, I think I wanted to go to a Catholic school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So,
Alright.
yes.
Not like if I thought about this, I would have asked a question that did you go to Holy Child because you wanted to be holy?
No. I was already holy.
So how was the faith journey in secondary school?
Well, in secondary school, we would go to church because I think it was more linked to the Methodist church.
Yes.
I don't know if I followed some people to SU, but I don't think I was really into SU. But you just went with your religious studies and the church, our normal services. And I would say I was just generally okay.
Okay.
But I need to put a story in.
I would love to hear.
At the age of 10, I had a friend called Maria, and she had been to Achimota. And one day she caught me in her garden with a little New Testament Bible, the blue ones.
The Gideon's Bible.
Yes. And they were Baptists, so she understood, I think, the Christian world more than me.
Okay.
So she called me and said, Mami Ama, I want to, you to come to Christ. So she told me to put my hand on the Bible. And we did John 3:16.
Oh.
But at that time, as a child, going to Catholic church and all that, I just did it because she was my friend and I knew she was sharing something good to me.
Ooh, wow.
But if I say I understood what it meant like I do today, no. So that was my first introduction to that kind of, yes.
You
Yes.
said Maria, right?
Yes, Maria.
God bless you. At the age of 10.
Yes, because she was 11 and she had been to Form 1 and back.
I see. That's quite interesting. Thanks for sharing that story with us. So, having said that, would you want to put a timeline to when you now understood and became born again proper?
I would say it was much, much later.
Oh,
Yes.
you were chilling.
No, I wasn't chilling. I wasn't chilling, but the fire didn't catch me that much. That's how I'll put it. But we were brought up in a very morally, I don't know how to put it. We lived uprightly. So maybe I thought it was enough.
Okay.
Morality isn't the same as being saved. So you could live, a righteous or good life, but you're still not saved properly or understand what the Christianity is and how to live your life in a certain way. So I'll say as I got older, I understood it more. Like now, I can see there are some things that I don't worry about because I know God has taken care of it. But at that stage, I wouldn't say that, I'm going to pray and wait on God. You're just living. You understand me? Yes, so that's what it was.
Right. So around the time, did you have any, yes, you're living morally right and all of that. Did you have the whole tendency of friends trying to say, you know what, man, let's chill. Let's check out what's happening in the world during your generation.
Do
you have
you
anything like that?
do you mean let's chill as in with Christ or just freak?
Oh, no, with Christ. I mean, freak, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Between when we were in secondary school, we used to go to fun fairs and afternoon jams, that sort of thing. But it was what was going on at the time. You understand me? So, but I didn't have a disco life when I was young, if that's what you mean. No chilling like that.
Okay.
I did that much, much older, maybe in my 30s.
Oh, wow.
And that would have been, let's say, as you know, I live in the UK. So when I come here, I probably go out with friends, but that's about it.
Okay.
I didn't chill in my secondary school years.
Why?
It didn't really, we had things to do. Like when I come home, we would go to Tessano Sport Club or would visit our friends. There wasn't that desire to live that sort of life.
It meant you had good friends who didn't push you to that.
No, never.
Oh, wow.
Never.
Did you choose your friends or they chose you?
Both ways.
You have some friend who say, let's go and party.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I started partying after A-levels.
Oh, wow.
And even that, I can say we went to probably only about 3 or 4, 5 parties before I left the country. Are you surprised?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Your generation seem to have had that pool You know, now a lot of parental. I mean, you went to secondary school. You did what do you call it, common entrance. You know, leaving home that early.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that going to secondary school will be between 12.
11. I went at
Look at
11
that. And you were in the boarding house.
till I was 18.
Look at that. So, you know, around the time, there's some kind of influence that comes with the people around you because we're all coming from all walks of life. You know what? Okay.
Do you know why maybe it didn't happen? Maybe because Infantsman was isolated.
Ah,
Those in Cape Coast were able to run away to all those kind of discos they could do. We didn't have that influence. Yes, look at where our school was. Where are you going to? So that kind of life was never there. No, not really.
Well, I guess it was all good then.
But I did party though. I had a party phase. It was in London.
Ah, so should we go to London?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
So I went to London around 86. And from that time, I met some really nice people. We are all like family now. And I think about 6 or 7 years, it was just partying.
Oh, wow.
We go to work, we do what we have to do, but weekends was fully party. And I'm talking about partying where we go in convoys.
Hey.
And one of our friends was a DJ. So we loved music and dancing. One thing I love is music.
Oh, you do.
And I'm into praise music. I like a variety of genre.
Yeah.
And we loved music. I loved music from the womb of my mother because my mother is a piano teacher and a music teacher.
You don't
So
say.
we were introduced to, I guess I was introduced to classical music even in my mom's tummy. And my father loved music. In our home, we had music all the time. And I played the piano from the age of 6 till 11. I did grade 1 to grade 5. I've done exams at the Royal College of Music. I've got certificates, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and grade 4.
Whoa.
Yes, so I love music. I love dancing. So with these people, we went to lots of parties. And it wasn't like parties where you're doing anything. Basically, music and dancing. That's all. Okay. But in those days, those party days, I would say, you know, you're 21, you've got to London, you've gone all your friends. Church wasn't in my view.
Oh, okay.
So you jam on Saturday, you're too tired.
All right.
So that phase, not so that, but there wasn't that force, you know. So it was a period that I would say, maybe I knew my mother's prayers were carrying me. But me, myself, I wasn't doing too much. Maybe I'll pray in the morning, go and do my stuff, come in the evening. But it wasn't like it is now in my life. Yes.
So now that you've said this, at what point in your life then did you go like, you know what? Chilling on you. Let me just maybe get back on the straight and narrow.
I would say about 96.
Okay.
I had something traumatic happen in my life, which I won't be discussing. But it was good it happened. Because I believe when things happen for you to get closer to God, it's worth it.
Okay.
But then at the same time, I met a very nice lady at work who was Nigerian.
Okay.
And she introduced me to KICC.
Oh.
And for the first time, she took me. I had never been to a charismatic church.
Okay,
so,
right?
Yes, it was. That was when he had started in Hackney.
Okay.
It was quite dramatic when I entered and people were speaking in tongues and everything was going. I was like, what's going on here? But I enjoyed the sermon. But prior to that, I was listening to a lot of Christian-filled music. Gospel had become my main source of strength.
Okay.
You know, when I listened to it and the words, it just gave me some kind of peace and joy, you know, because I was going through a lot of pain, but I felt the Christian music was my therapy. Yeah, that's how I felt.
Can you pick any song from them? Do you remember any song?
Ron Kennelly was what I was listening to at that time. And then Sounds of Blackness.
Okay.
These were, yes. Oh my goodness. That was my anthem.
Really? There's a song on that album. There's one song I love from them. It says, God cares about you. There's one song like that. I don't know whether it's on that particular album.
Yeah.
It says, God cares.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Oh, I see. Sounds of Blackness.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You have enjoyed some good music.
Yes.
I mean, originally goes on record. He's arguably one of the finest praise and worship ministers to have come. I
Yes.
mean, in this space of our generation,
Yeah.
I still play his music on the radio. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other person too who used to touch me was Tony McClacken.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was always in my ears, you know. Yes, 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 yes,
Interesting, yeah.
yes.
So I mean, it sounds as though your connection, okay, your Damascus experience sounds like, if I'm right, it's like crisis leading you to Christ.
Yes, yes, yes,
I see.
yes.
All right. So now you're in Christ. What did you think changed in your life?
The fact that I could rely on God
Okay.
and I didn't have to worry too much. If I met a challenge, you know, people break when they have challenges and stuff. And for me, I've had so many challenges that now I rest in the Lord. God has done so much for me. I don't worry too much. And there was a time, you know, things were not bad, or I don't know how to say it, but nyame ayɛ mmoa for me. That's how I see it. Do you get my point? Yes. So I don't know how to put it, but I don't worry too much because I know he's there. He's seen me through so much. And I don't know. It's a personal experience. He's fulfilled most of my needs, if not everything.
Why can this checked? It sounds as though, you know, they say you have tasted, trusted, and tried him, and you know he's true. That sounds like your testimony. Now that you have said this, we want to go. Let's talk about some of the challenges you believe God saw you through. I mean, the ones you're comfortable sharing.
Okay.
Let's put those on record and praise God together.
First of all, if you've been sick for almost 34 years, and we are talking about major, major crisis, and you've got friends who never have even an inch of your health problem, and they've passed on. You hear that somebody had maybe short illness and they passed on, and you are still here. That should prove to you that God is sparing you for a reason. So that's the first thing I believe. But when I talk about crisis, my first major crisis, which was a health crisis, was I got something called sepsis. And sepsis is an infection of the blood. Most people die because their body shuts down. And I got this in relation to the lupus that I have. And I think I was sick at home and it was getting bad. I didn't even see it was getting bad, but my husband told me that today you're going to the hospital whether you like it or not. When we went, one of the things the doctor said was, how did you know to come at this time? Because had you not come, you would never have survived. The people I know who've had sepsis, some have been amputated, as in their foot and their hands. Some have died. Many have died. And it's something that people miss when you go to the hospital. So for me, to have actually survived sepsis is a big deal for me. I stayed in hospital for 3 weeks. There was a day where they came for my culture 4 times because my system was changing so much, they couldn't even give me antibiotics.
Whoa.
When they kept me in hospital for 2 or 3 weeks, they couldn't cure me. So they sent me home, and I had to come to hospital every day to have IV antibiotics. After 4 weeks, it still wouldn't leave my body. So I was given another 4 weeks of antibiotics tablets to take, and they were the strongest. After that 4 weeks, it settled. But for me, that period was so big, and they write it in all my medical records as if it was something that, you know, it was just really serious. And whenever I see sepsis on telly, I always say, oh God, you saved me. Because I know how, special that was. Recently, about just in the last 2 years, I have a non-biological auntie in this country who passed because of sepsis. And people don't know because they can't see the signs and all that, So that was one of the things. And it was one thing that accelerated me into kidney failure. Lupus is an autoimmune disease. It destroys your body. And some of the things it does is it destroys your organs. It can destroy your brain, your heart, your kidneys, and it's your body fighting itself. And the main symptoms are fatigue, joint pain, migraines. I mean, it's complex. First of all, it's complex to diagnose. So even me being diagnosed with lupus was a miracle. I was diagnosed at 26. Most people even go 10 years without knowing they have lupus, and they just have symptoms. So even finding out I had lupus, in hindsight now, I think it was the glory of God. Because what happened was I had a rash on my hand that wouldn't go for 2 years. Normally you had a rash on your face. The medical book tells them rash on your face. I didn't get it. So I got it on my hand. I got this rash for so long, and I went to my general practitioner and said, I don't know why this thing is here and on my neck. Can you refer me? And he referred me. And I was very lucky. Whoever I met, the woman said, she treated me and she said, look, I need you to do this test. Come back and let me give you the results. It was like a special urine test for 48 hours. I returned and he goes, you've got lupus. And I was like, what is lupus? I don't even know this. This was around 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. I'd never heard the word. So I was even in denial. For the first 2 years, I never took my medication. So at that time, I was working in central London, and I didn't like where the hospital was because it was taking me out of, missing work and stuff like that. So I found a hospital and I went, they did another test, and it was positive. So from that time, I just started, taking care of myself and all that. So even finding that diagnosis, so I was lucky, I was blessed, to be precise, to have that early diagnosis, to have continuous good treatment. Because I think if they hadn't found that, I'd probably be taking all sorts of medication and being treated by different doctors for different things when they should be treating me for the right thing. So that was one thing. Then about 2009, my first serious thing I had was I had an inflammation of the heart, known as myocarditis. Yes, inflammation of the heart. I went for lunch with my boss. We were coming back, and I was breathless. She could see I couldn't talk. And she said, Ama, you need to go to the hospital. And at the time, I wasn't far from my own hospital. I think I took a taxi or whatever. When I went, they did all the tests. I had an inflammation of the heart, which was myocarditis. I was admitted for another 2 weeks. And I was off work for 6 months and survived that. 2011 and 2010, I had acute kidney failure. And then in 2012, I was diagnosed with kidney failure because lupus causes kidney failure.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. But I've survived all, and I'm here. And it's because of God.
Hey!
God giving me good doctors, good medicine, but it's God. That's all I can tell you.
You alone?
Yes. If you see my medical record, you cry. But I smile because I'm very positive, and it's only God.
Are you?
I've had kidney failure for 13 years and lupus for 34 years. Yes.
And your survival hinges on, yes, good doctors and all of that.
But God gives you all those things. Yes.
Why do you think God has kept you?
I don't think I'm special from anybody. I don't think I'm any special. But I can't explain. All I know is I'm grateful because I love life. I'm grateful He's given me life time to spend with people I love. And that's all I can say. And, you know, we have gifts that God has given us that people don't understand. I have a strong will. And I feel even my strong will is a gift from God. Even though my parents are very strong will. And I would say that my mom is also a strong will. You know, when I'm down, every day, I call my mom about 3 times a day from London. My mom in Sudan, my mom will say, be positive, just get up and go. Obey ye. Obey ye. Yes, sir. Obey ye. So we go with that.
Very inspiring, huh?
Yes.
Whoa. This journey doesn't sound like, I'm looking for one of those terms we use, like, when it comes out, we use it. It's the local term.
Yes.
It's not common.
So
Whoa.
I would say that my faith got extremely strong when I was diagnosed with kidney failure. And I'll tell you why. I'm very close to some ladies I grew up with. And they are a family of sisters and their mother. And 2 of them or 3 of them passed from kidney failure. And this put me in a very bad panic state. I do suffer from panic attacks, but at that time it was worse because as soon as they told me that, the first thing that came in my mind is, you're going to die. You're going to die. But for me, I'm one of those people, even when I'm given a diagnosis, I don't cry. Normally, I'll come out from the thing, take it in, and the first thing I go straight into research. I research about the condition. I try and find out what to do to make my life better whilst I'm waiting for the doctors to call you and go to appointment. Yes. So I remember once when they told me, I went to an appointment, I asked my doctor, do I have to watch my diet? He says no. But I know in what I've read, it's like you have to watch what you eat. Because I know people who are diagnosed with kidney failure, within a few years, they are on dialysis. It took me, I was diagnosed in 2012, and it took 10 years before I went on dialysis.
Oh.
Because I watched what I ate, I watched things to slow the process, you know. But the doctors won't tell you that. So you have to actually research yourself if you are proactive. And I find myself as a pragmatic and a proactive person. I don't wait for people. I always take action myself, you know, and I listen to my body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I like that. Well, that's something for you to pick up, okay? Sometimes go ahead of the doctors and research, at least get some knowledge. You know, let me just take you back, and I'm hoping I don't walk you through any pain. But let's go to when the doctors had told you had lupus. You went to research about it? When you discovered what it was, what was going through your mind?
I wasn't scared because I was very young and I felt strong. Yes, I wasn't. Honestly, because at that time, I was 26, I'm young, I was going to work, I was doing everything normal like every normal person. And that's the problem with lupus. If somebody hasn't told you what is wrong with them, you don't know what's going on in their body. Because you're having pain, you are tired. You think that maybe you've done too much and you're tired, but you don't know. And don't forget, I went through all this without family. I'm the only one in UK. I don't have any siblings. I don't have any aunties or anything. I went through all this by myself.
You did?
Yes.
How did you tell them?
Oh, they were in support, but they are all in Ghana and in America, so what do you do?
Okay.
My support system were my friends, but even then, they were not knowledgeable in lupus. They still aren't. A lot of things when I tell people, they still don't understand. So I was self-reliant, and maybe that's why I had to call on God to be my only. Do you get me? Because where are you going to get support from?
Whoa. So, I mean, looking at your life, I mean, you are 60 plus now.
60, please. Don't add too much.
60. Yeah, 2025. So keep that on record.
I'm only 60 years and 3 months, please.
But it's plus.
It is plus in a way.
So, I'm looking at this journey of your life that's plagued with so much, like you. I mean, let's put a record that God has been gracious, but you are a survivor.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. What informs how you tackle everything that has come before you? Is it the quest to eventually, glorify God over there or become a study? Because I think people have got to come study you. Maybe you should write a book or something. I don't know. But what has informed your every step of success?
For every challenge I survived, it gave me hope and strength that I can tackle everything. Because I would say, as a young person, I was one of those crybabies.
Oh,
So,
you
yes,
strong-willed, Ama.
yes.
Oh,
I was a crybaby in secondary school, and my friend will attest to it.
okay.
So, I am actually surprised at my strength in all this. Honestly, because people see me and they say you're strong, but it's not about strong. I think for me, it's like, okay, this has happened. This is what you have to do. You pray, you cry, you get through. And at the moment, I would say the many challenges, what it's made me become is I'm just not scared of anything. I'll tell you that at one point, I even thought that even if God called me, for me, He's done so much. So,
You consider that?
yes, because it comes with this kidney disease. You know, one thing about kidney disease is the doctors can do everything right, you can do everything right, and you can still die. So for me, it almost became the greatest thing I got out of it was I live like tomorrow is not promised.
Oh.
That's my real motto in life now. Because you can be called at any. I know people who got a kidney and still died. I know people who did this and still died. So it's almost like, and this disease can take me out. But all I know is God has spared me. And, you know, like some of the miracles include things like, firstly, if you are black people don't often get kidney transplants because in UK, black people or around the world, they don't often give their organs. So normally when you are diagnosed with kidney disease and you're on dialysis, black people tend to wait longer. At the very least, 4-5 years. When I started dialysis, within 20 months, I got a transplant. For me, it was the best and most unique miracle.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I started dialysis in February 2022. I got a transplant in October 2023. And it was after intense monitoring. The doctors don't allow you to travel for a year. It was after them being sure that I was well, that I was allowed to travel. So I was out of Ghana from 2020 to 25. And you know what? When I had lots of people praying for me, that's one thing I need to talk about. I go to the Methodist church now. And one of the reasons why I went to this Methodist church was they had a healing ministry.
Oh, in the Methodist church?
Yes, this is in the United Kingdom. Before, I used to go to a church called HTB, Holy Trinity in Brompton. Okay. And it's a charismatic Anglican church. Okay. This is part of my Christian journey where I was going to church. This is all in the last 15 years. Okay. And there, they didn't have a healing ministry, and I needed one. Okay. So I went to the Methodist church because of this healing ministry. And, I was going to healing services and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I could use another word to say, well, maybe wawa. If I'm listening to you, it goes without saying. You are a living testimony.
Thank you.
I was going through all that you have gone through, and I thought, wow, your money must have gone to this papa. Like God has provided some way, somehow.
Oh, yes.
And it's a record that, look, I don't know how you feel, but you put me in that position of gratitude. Like, hey, when you wake up, you go, you come, thank God either ways. But also, one of the things I look forward to sharing is perhaps, get into um, your research over time with some of these issues that plague your health. Maybe some pointers to look at. I know earlier you spoke about lupus, the signs of, even though you said it's not easily diagnosed.
No.
Wow.
Because it mimics so many other illnesses. You can have chronic pain in your joints. Somebody would think it's arthritis, but it's not. It's lupus. But one key point about lupus is you feel always tired, you have a lot of pains, and even migraines. The whole idea is if you have like a persistent kind of symptom and you're a woman, and lupus normally affects Black women. So this is why we find like West Africans, Caribbeans, African Americans having it. Before, I think the reason why maybe a lot of people in Ghana did not think we had it was there wasn't the awareness. But now, many people are being diagnosed. There's also the problem that I know that in Ghana, it's expensive to do the test, but let's say you've been ill or you're tired all the time and you're a young woman, I think you should probably ask your doctor to find out whether you have lupus or not, because they could be giving you painkillers for something when it's actually lupus. And people are actually suffering a lot with this condition. What's happening is it might go on for long, and because it destroys your organs, you could be having something hidden happening to you without you knowing. I have understood recently that there are a lot of women on dialysis at Kolebu and places in Ghana. And there's a little suspicion that it could be that if they are women, they've had lupus, they haven't had the test, they've gone into kidney failure without knowing, and they're having this. And these things could have been avoided if, let's say, you've had early diagnosis and you are actually maybe even taking the medication. I know it's very expensive in terms of the medication, but it's good to even know that I have this condition. Another thing I have learned with people is that when you have lupus, there's a bit of research you can do regarding diet. You have to eat organic food. You don't have to eat processed food. And also, when you are tired, you need to listen to your body. And family and friends have to be empathetic in that if you have a young person who is constantly tired, you should also maybe alert them and think, I think maybe you're not well. Don't immediately assume they are lazy.
Okay.
They're not lazy. Maybe it's to do with a health issue that has to be looked at. But it's one illness that is very difficult to diagnose, it's debilitating, and it doesn't show. A person may look okay, but inside there is so much happening. If I don't tell people I'm ill, they don't know.
Yeah. But you mentioned that young people, when you say young people, do you mean that lupus can affect you whilst yours was around 26?
Yes, but the age group of lupus being diagnosed is between 15 and 40. It can even be later, but it's because I hear sometimes even things like puberty affects it. So it could be anything that could be. They don't know the cause. It's incurable. Yes. There's nothing that shows it's not curable. What can happen is it can go into remission.
Okay.
I know people say they're cured, they pray about it. I can tell you one thing. I haven't had an active condition, which means when they do a blood test, it shows I have lupus. When you have active illness, you have joint pains, you have heart problem, you have this, that. And I say that because even at the time that I have my kidney transplant, if I had active lupus, they couldn't have had transplant because the body wouldn't take it. You have to be they tested for all those things. I would never have had that surgery. So for me personally, I gave up dairy. Dairy is not good for people with autoimmune diseases, as in anything from the cow. You understand me? And I'm not preaching to anybody. This is a disclaimer. I'm not telling anybody to go and do anything. These are things I've done for myself that have worked. I gave up dairy. I eat organic food. I don't use regular oil. I use avocado oil. Things. There are some changes that if you make with your diet and not eat processed food, it can help you.
Okay. Wow, that's some good education there. Thanks for sharing. Whoa. So, I don't know how to ask you this, but I'll ask you anyways. When you're going to have a transplant, it's as though you die. Or, that's the feeling of something else is going to help you to survive. At that point, when you lay on the theater bed or ward, what were you thinking?
So first of all, when your kidney fails and you're doing dialysis is so horrible. You wish for a transplant because that is the next step, especially in the West. That's the next step. And before you go even to have the transplant, they prepare you in that they tell you that if you get a kidney, this is what will happen. But me personally, I did all my research. I've told you that I personally do my research. So all I know is they tell you this. Once you start dialysis in the UK, they tell you, get ready. Your phone must be available because they can call you anytime. And I was called at 7 a.m. I didn't expect it. Prior to that, I used to put my phone on silent. But once I started dialysis, I remembered, your phone must be on because they can call you anytime. And there are two types of transplants. There's the transplant you get from a living person, and there's something called cadaver. Cadaver means it's from somebody who's passed on. And when they say passed on, the person hasn't died for 1 or 2 days.
Okay.
In UK, people write in their wills or tell their families that when I die, I'd like to give my organ to somebody. Okay. And I got a cadaver one. What I know is the person was dying. I got a call, Miss Folson, please come in. We've got a kidney for you. Wow. They give you a few hours to get ready. But because you want it, you just go. For me, what I did that morning, I called my family, I called my husband. I said, let's pray. Our prayer is going to be answered. Amen. I got into my active mode. You don't think of what's going to happen because you are in that adrenaline mode like, yeah, I've got it. It's coming, So you get your stuff, you just go. When you get there, they do all the bloods. You have to have another dialysis. At that time, I wasn't thinking of anything. My main fear was, God, let me survive this. It's a long operation, 6 to 11 hours. So all I'm praying is, God, let me wake up. Let it work, And for hours before a major surgery, you don't eat. So as the time was delaying, I went 26 hours without food. All you could do was sip water. And my friend who took me to KICC came to hospital and prayed with me and walked me to the theater. God always with us. Yes. So once you get there, it's like, Yankupon, that's all I did because I knew this is what I'd prayed for. So after 7 hours or 6 hours, I was being woken up and they just told me, Miss Folson, you got a good kidney. It's working. You're already peeing. I was like, and I was touching it and I was screaming because that anesthetic was coming out of me. But it was a good feeling because you've come out. You're in a lot of pain, but you've come out. So that's what happened.
Out of curiosity, on that period, were you sent to some realms or hemispheres? Were you seeing things like, the feeling of, I'm talking spiritual. Were your eyes open to anything around the time?
What do you mean?
While the operation was going on?
No, you never feel it because you're completely... I believe I thought I was asleep. Okay. Because before they put you into surgery, they start talking to you and they'll say, you're going to get drowsy. And that's it. You're gone. You don't feel anything. Oh, wow. You don't feel anything. It's not scary. the fear you have is more just before you go in.
Okay.
And it's a natural feeling. Everybody tells you, if you're not scared, there's something wrong with you, I think. Anyway.
Oh, I love the sound
Yeah.
of that. So
Yeah.
you go through your out, and how has life been after?
Wonderful. Wonderful, because I can do a lot more things. But it's not also easy. The reason being, you have to be on a lot of medications and you can't slack.
Okay.
The transplant medications are very rigid. You have to take them at certain times, sometimes without food. And the reason why this is necessary and you have to take your medication seriously is the kidney you've got is a beautiful gift, but it's a foreign body to how God created you. Every day your body is rejecting that kidney. So the drugs you are given are known as anti-rejection drug. They help to make the kidney stay in your body. Because the minute your body rejects it, you're going back on dialysis. In dialysis, the dialysis machine acts as your kidney. It washes your body of toxins and takes away all the fluid that we retain. Every day you go to the bathroom, your kidney is working. When you're sweating, your kidney is working. It's taking the toxins out. And when your kidneys has failed, you don't have that. This is why if you have kidney failure, your feet swell. So anytime you are at a certain age and you see that your feet is swelling, it could be that it means that it's your kidney failing. Yes. Especially if you have high blood pressure and diabetes. But that is where lupus is different. Because with lupus, you might not think that your swollen feet is that, but you have to be careful and let your doctors know of every change. Yeah, I had read about it. So when I found out that I had kidney failure, I had gone 3 weeks with my feet swelling. And one day I told myself, it's time to go to emergency. I went to the emergency of the hospital I normally go to. A general doctor looked after me and said I should go home. And I told him, I'm not going home until I see a rheumatologist. They got me a rheumatologist. The lady did the test. And after a few hours, she said, I'm sorry, you're in trouble. We have to admit you. That was the day I found out that I was diagnosed at chronic kidney stage 4.
Oops.
Imagine that you've been living and you don't know your kidney is failing. Kidney disease has stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and stage 5. I was diagnosed at stage 4 in 2012, and it took 10 years for me to get to stage 5 to start dialysis.
How do you feel now?
Me, I feel great. That's why I'm grateful every day, because you can't go through all these things and take any day for granted. First of all, when I wake up, I'm happy. Hey, I'm here. And then I get up and I look at my diary. I do what I can. If I come home and I'm tired, I'm tired. But I thank God, because everything I do, I am grateful for, because it's been such a long journey to here.
How has this affected your faith life?
Well, it's just made me stronger. I mean, for me, and I can understand even when people are in phases of doubt, because I've been there before. Sometimes you're like, oh, will it happen? But for me, so many things have happened that I just trust God fully. And I believe in no. There are times when God says no. You don't get it. But He has a reason for not giving it to you. That's where I am in life. I mean,
They say that when God is answering, it comes in 3 forms. He says yes, no, and wait.
Yes.
And when God says no, they say yes. That's where people think that no is a yes for your prayer request.
Yes, it is. Wow. And I must say a few things. When I joined this church, as in like the healing service, and I got comfortable in the church has got like a healing team that prays. I know sometimes people feel too sensitive and they hide, like, oh, they don't want people to know their problems. I'm not one of those people. In my church, everybody knows I have kidney disease. Everybody knows that I have this problem because they put a list of who they should pray for, and the prayer team, I told them my problem. So everybody was praying for me in the church. And prior to starting dialysis, I had joined a prayer group that used to meet on Zoom. Thanks to COVID, we couldn't meet in person. And that ministry was basically for praying. So I think I had confidence that even when I wasn't praying, I knew there were people praying for me. For my life, this part of it, I'll call it, I survived because of corporate prayers. Me, if I'm lying down and I'm not praying, I know my mother is praying. My sisters are praying. My brother-in-law is praying. My church is praying. My friends are praying. And I know people who pray. I have a cousin in South Africa who prays for me. And often, I think she prays for me on a Tuesday. Because she would ring me and say, have your prayer points changed? And I'll send it to her. This is what we are praying for. After transplant, we were praying for me to survive with the kidney so I could come and see my mom. And I believe in prayer. That one I'll tell you.
Love that.
Yes.
So
and
it's like, oh, no, you go.
And my husband prays a lot for me. There are times that I sit down and I hear him praying for me, and I'm like, hey, Mami Ama, I want to cry into Bompay, Mom, to them, Papa, your Bompay, Amo.
Oh, God bless you.
Yes, so prayers there is necessary.
Cheers.
And we pray about everything. Sometimes, even when we are going out, we pray for a parking spot. I know it's like silly to people, but the way God says is you pray about everything. You know.
You know what I was almost interrupting. I was going to say that over here there are people who perhaps will be sick, diagnosed, given drugs, but they say, okay, we're going to pray and we'll leave the drugs aside. See that thing? But in your case, I'm taking my drugs. I'm accepting the prayer.
Yes, because for me, okay, I didn't tell you this, but I did A-level sciences.
Oh, sharp brain.
Yes, maybe. And I wanted to do dentistry, but I didn't do well in physics, so I couldn't pursue it. But I'm one person, since my health, the topics that interest me is science. I believe science work, and I believe God exists. So I combine the two. I understand it when a blood test says, this is wrong with you. And I understand, and my body has survived on medications that work. So there's no way I'm going to throw my medicine away and just pray. I do the two because the two work for me.
That's wisdom. And I hope as you connect, I mean, this episode is quite different, but it has a lot of information. I hope you're downloading because it will save your life. You know, just on a lighter note, while I was in school, did you have a nickname?
Lifo.
Hey.
My nickname was Lifo.
Lifo.
Yes, and I'll tell you the history behind it. I was christened Elizabeth.
Okay.
The surname is Folson.
Okay.
So when you go to secondary school, you know when they paste the list of those who came to Form 1, my friends they cut the Elizabeth to Lee, and then they added the Fo. But then there was a senior who was called Elizabeth Folson.
Oh.
And I think she had the preceding nickname, which is why my friends gave me Lifu. And it's only people in Infantsman who know me as, and my classmates who know me as Lifu.
Lifu.
Yes.
Lifu, people. Lifu. And have you had any other nickname after?
Yes.
You had another one?
Yes, I have several.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At what stage do you just get these ones? Friends?
Friends, family. My auntie used to call me Mrs. Queen.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm a diva.
Yes, you are.
And so my auntie gave me that name, Mrs. Queen, and I took it.
Okay.
And then Black Diamond.
Yes.
Black Diamond was given to me by a gentleman who lived locally to me in London. He would walk past me and look at me and say, My goodness, you're a black beauty. You're a black diamond. And I thought, wow, I am a black diamond indeed.
Wow, that's how you got that.
So I got the name and I took it. And because of this Elizabeth name, I have somebody who calls me HRH.
Okay.
Her Royal Highness.
I love it.
So these are my little
nicknames.
Yes, I have a longer way with different people.
I like it. How would your mom call you?
Oh, Mami Ama.
Mami Ama. Even when you're being stubborn.
Pardon?
Even when you're being stubborn, she's still close.
Oh yes, Mami Ama is my name. And anyone who calls me Mami Ama is a very intimate family person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and your siblings, how has life been? Which of them is your favorite?
That's not fair.
Okay, I rephrase it. Which of them do you bond with, pa?
I would say my sister Araba. The only reason being we went to Mfansman together, and so we've always been, that sort of thing. So when you've gone to the same school together and you have lots of common things, yes. But
what was the difference? The age difference? Is it the
two? For all of us, two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about boys. When you were in Mfansman, were the disco boys chasing you?
No.
Hey.
No, I can't remember knowing even a disco
Really?
boys. I was more into the Mfansman boys.
Oh, come on.
No. There were no games. Where did you think the Folsons went? They're about... Yes. How many Folsons went to Mfansman?
I know, right?
Tell me.
Everyone was there.
Professor Folson, Uncle Ansako Folson. Look at your cousins, 6 or 7 boys. My big brother in Mfansman.
Wow. So then I told my father when I had to go to senior high school, I said, it feels like all the Folsons are going to Mfansman. I had a few I knew had gone to Ghana school. I said, you know what? And of course, Ghana National. I said, nah. If I don't want them to go to Ghana National, I said, I'm going to Abisada. And shouts to Aunt Alma Folson. Made sure I got into Abisada. So perhaps I'm the only.
Yeah, I think so. You betrayed your family.
What a way to put it. Oh, I see. So the Fatipin boys, no.
Yeah.
They won over us.
Yes, they did.
It's okay,
The school.
Yeah, it's okay. So, what's your favorite Bible verse?
I have a lot.
Yeah.
But I like the one, I can't remember the verse, but the blessing of the Lord maketh one rich, and it add no sorrow to it. Because Nyankopon, when he gives you everything, and it's true. When you're truly content, you don't need to be sad. He's there.
I like that.
Yes, it's a very powerful verse. I love that verse so much. But there are many others.
You said that you go to a Methodist church in London.
Yes,
so
yes.
You love hymns, yeah?
Very much so.
What's your favorite hymn?
Oh, that one I can't. You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot.
One of them. Give me one of your favorite hymns.
Oh gosh. It's hard. There's one that I know, but I can't remember the title. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'll have to probably send it to you. I'm sorry.
I was trying to figure out, perhaps maybe I was singing for you before we end. Anyways, yeah.
Maybe I can give you a contemporary one.
Okay.
Maybe, let me see. There's a song that is on my mind because I'm talking about those like the Cece Winans and I think one of the songs that really I play that really touches me is a song called Mercy.
Okay.
And Pastor Ezzy is in that song. It's a very long song.
Okay.
So it's very modern.
Okay.
Mercy.
Okay. Is it?
He sings it with a lady and another person.
Okay.
I think you might know the song.
I know the
It's a deep worship song. And, when you play it, it's the Nyankopon wo ho. That puts you in that prayerful, mode.
I catch you.
Yeah.
Okay, you love your music. It's quite
Oh,
therapeutic
yes.
for you.
Oh, yes.
So flying or driving?
Why? Which one?
Which
For
one do you
what?
like?
I don't drive. I don't fly. I'm always a passenger.
Walking or sitting?
I'm always a passenger. My husband drives me. The pilot flies me.
Okay. You love it, yeah. But earlier we spoke about tourism. What about tourism do you love?
When you say tourism, I don't know, but I like traveling and learning cultures, learning about people. But basically, in Ghana, we do have a lot too. So I love coming to Ghana. When I come to Ghana, I like to buy things that are made in Ghana,
Okay.
Yeah, but Ghana is a beautiful country.
Do you
We
have
have
any
so much.
favorite place for tourism here in Ghana? Any
Well,
place you think the people should come from wherever the diaspora to see?
number one is Elmina.
Ah,
We can't help it.
I know.
And many of you go there.
Iconic.
Yes. But there are so many other places. I've heard of, I got the chance to enjoy Volta region this time
Oh, you did.
with my friend, and I liked it very much so.
Yeah.
Because we lived in Ho when we were younger because my father had a job there.
Okay.
But you're a child, you don't know much.
Okay.
But this time I enjoy going through like Keta, and they also have a fort which had slavery, all this history is good for us. But one thing I liked too was the fact that you can see that people do a lot of things. You saw coconut oil, you saw gari, you saw tapioca, there's fish, it's like people are working the land. They have organic stuff, it was beautiful to see all those things. And I just like traveling and you see all the roadside, the mangoes, the this, the that. But I hear there are activities like skydiving in Ekropon. I mean, when you go on the net, there's so much. And I would love to do the Western region because I hear they've got wonderful beaches like Buzia Beach and I'm scared of water. So I can't go to Nzulezu or whatever they call it. Yes. I don't like water bodies.
Do you have any experience?
No experience. I don't swim. Why are you going to play there? I'm scared of cruises, all those things.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't do those things. But we have so much. Ghana is full of a lot of things. The only thing is the roads to get to the places. Ministry.
What would you call your favorite meal?
I don't have a favorite meal anymore because when you have certain conditions like kidney disease, you have to change your diet.
Okay.
And whilst you're being careful for yourself, at some point your favorite meal may become your worst enemy. So for that reason, but if I had my own way, it would be banku and okra.
Oh,
I love that.
With some crabs.
No, I'm not into crabs. I find crabs a strange protein.
Really?
And I'm not in.
A kick.
I mean, me soft and zama. And see, oh, yeah, mom. So the crab won't come. Okay. But I like fish more than red meat.
I see.
Fish and chicken.
Fish and chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Given a chance to speak to a younger you, what would you tell her?
Don't worry about anything. Things will work out. Yes. A lot of people worry too much. I'm happy I had a very young, carefree life. I am in my 20s. But also, I would say people should be true to themselves. Okay. I think sometimes the Ghanaian society makes people pretentious. I was always true to myself as a person from my childhood. BBR Makanokar, and I will say it as it is. I'm not a people pleaser. Okay. And I think when you live that life, it becomes very hard for you. You see what you get with me. Yes.
I like that. Mm-hmm. A young person wants to go to UK to start their life. You think you've got some advice for them?
In 2025? don't come. Don't come. Wow. And I say that because people lie to people. If you're coming on a scholarship where everything has been done on you, come. If you're coming to sweat and hustle, don't come. Wow. Because UK is struggling. There is a financial problem everywhere in the world, and if you want to do things legally, it's not easy. They've made it very difficult. So it's not easy. There's no point. You can come if you are prepared to suffer. Yeah. And I know sometimes people say, oh, but you went. I went in 86. You can't compare 86 to 2025. I'm sorry. It's a complete different ball game. Yes. People in the UK are actually struggling themselves. So why would you come? It's not easy anymore. But if you're a do-die person, you can't. I wouldn't, though.
Right. Well,
with what I know.
Actually, yeah. It's a message for you, got it. Now, somebody is watching us and clearly blessed by your testimony. I mean, I put a record that you are a living testimony, but you would also attribute the grace you have received to your having Jesus in your life. So
Yeah.
say. For somebody who is contemplating, this Jesus thing, is it working? What would you tell that person?
First of all, Jesus is not an ATM.
I like that.
This is where I will go back to my childhood introduction of Jesus by my parents. When we used to go to the Catholic Church, we used to go and worship God. We go, we listen to the sermon, they'll give us money, we'll put it in the collection, we'll do all those things. So it's normal to go to church, listen to the word. It's also normal to give money. But to actually think you're worshiping God to get something. People are constantly praying, God, give me this, God, give me that, God, give me this. God's relationship with us is to worship him, to adore him. All those things we get, the extras, all these grace, it's his gift he gave to me. It's not begging constantly. So you should come to Christ because you have seen something and you love about the whole Christian ethos, because Christianity also molds you into a better person. If you look at the commandments, and we are not going about that, but when you read the Bible, it teaches you how to love, how to be kind, how to be good to your neighbors, how to forgive. So I think these things make you just a general better person. Some of us are lucky that we saw those things in our families, so we live by it anyway. You understand? But like for somebody who's living like a certain way and you want a change, Christianity even heals people from drugs. So there's something good about it. But I personally don't believe that you should enforce it on people or push it hard on self. Sometimes it's your life that will make somebody else want to say, I want to know this person you're worshiping. So that is what I'll say, God is good. If you are actually looking at him to give you things to love him, it's the wrong way. You have to actually read the Bible. Maybe have friends who already know God who can share their stories with you. Because for me, like I told you, my friend introduced me to God. My friend took me to KICC. So you can see that your connections can really help you understand. And these people who introduced me, they also have good living in Christ.
Well, I love this. It's a good one. Your husband is watching this one now. What would you tell him?
Thank you for being such a good husband, for being supportive. I know I'm crazy in so many ways, and you gave me so much help in all those crises. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for being such a joking and jovial person. You make me laugh so much. And I thank you for coming into my life. And if I came again, I would choose you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wow. Your DP on Instagram says you love dope things. What does that mean though?
Dope things, beautiful things. I like fashion.
Okay.
I like good looking things.
Right.
I don't like the shelf thing. Only in Chede say basa basa mankasa but me penzama wa ye feel.
Okay.
Yes. There are some ye shaggy.
Come on now. Come on.
I like to dress up.
Okay.
I like nice things, fashion mainly. So I like nice things, nice music, good music,
Right.
some good food, good people, kind people. That is all dope, good things in life.
I like that.
Yes.
Now, I've got another one to ask. I know you experienced your father before he went to be with the Lord.
Yes.
I know mommy's around.
Yeah.
Tell me one thing your father taught you always cherish.
My father gave us so many advice, but let me see. I'd probably think honesty.
Okay.
Honesty.
Honesty. And your Mama Mary.
Mama Mary. Mama Mary there, she's superwoman, no.
Hey.
Even now I'm seeing the wisdom more that she's getting close to 90. Mommy, I don't know, she supports me in everything, so I can't really pinpoint. Any bad situation I feel, Mama, by the time I put the phone down, I'm okay.
Wow.
Yeah. That's all I can
It's a
say.
blessing to you.
More than.
It's an abstract question though. If you had the chance to change anything in your life, what would that be?
Anything in my life? Nothing.
Okay.
Because everything sets you up for the next step. Everything that happens, good or bad. You see, that ex-boyfriend who rejected me.
Straight bullet. Take it.
He was a blessing because I met my husband. You see how it works? No negative thing is bad. Everything, you can't have life full of only good things. The bad always helps us. You won't see it at the time because yo. But the minute you go, you're like, oh God, thank you. Thank you for that happening. So.
Wow. These are nuggets. When you quote it anywhere, do hashtag Black Diamond. Yeah, very necessary. So, are you opening up for friends to find you? I'm asking because you want to tell us, are you on Instagram? Can somebody?
Oh, yes, I am on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Your handles?
I don't know them off my head.
I tell you what.
And this is my honesty.
Type Ama Folson. Or my AMA and AMA.
Just 1 a.m. Okay. Yeah.
AMA. Ama Folson. Just type it. Around a sec. I'm sure you'll find her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can find me maybe under Black Diamond too. Black Diamond 20 or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and that's on Instagram, yeah?
Facebook or Instagram. Yes, both.
Black Diamond. Please, you see this sweet-looking lover of dope things.
Yes.
Steez, I know, right? So, this is how far we have come. In retrospect, do you think there's something you wanted to say I've not asked you or you want to share as we wrap it up?
Everyone has a unique life. Don't compare your life with anybody. Be authentic. Be truthful. Don't give up just because you're going through a hard time. Many times, people give up just at the point of when the good thing is coming. And seek help. Don't feel shy or embarrassed. Always seek help. And for the young ones that hold a phone, be sensible and research things. Research. Most of the answers are there. They are not always accurate, but you can get answers there. Be kind. Be kind. Even if people disappoint you, still be kind to people. Forgive. Forgive always. There comes to a point you find somebody who may offend you so much, you think you can't forgive them. The pain may be raw, but believe it, you can't forgive them. I've had instances like that. And it's great to be good. You don't have to be a Christian to be good. You have to actually be a good person, irrespective of your Christianity. But Christianity should make you even better. It should make you a better person. And for every Christian out there, remember how you live is being watched by people. So, be yourself. And believe me, things sort themselves. And learn to be patient. Patience is one of the things that if you have, you can cope with most things in life. So that's my final word.
Solid. I love it. I love it already. I have a request for you. Please write a book. It's my humble request. You see, I'm not looking at you. So, this is about how far we can come with the Phoebe Folson Gospel Diaries. I was minding my business one day. I got a call. I think I missed a call a couple of times. I'm always busy there. And I thought, okay, let me just call. Why is Pastor Ben back? Why is he calling me? Is he going to give me money? He calls me and he says, Phoebe, you know what? You got to reach out to your big cousin. I think that's how I put it. Someone saw it. That she has a testimony to share and all of that. I thought, why not? I'll make it happen. And that's why we're here. And I don't regret it that I met family, okay? And for them, how are we related, girl?
Your father is a second cousin to my father. Our grandfathers are siblings.
We love doing things.
Yes.
I just want everybody on the set is laughing with us. Okay, so Pastor Ben, thank you very much. Of course, Carol is also here some way somehow, smiling. I'm sure she's taking it. I like the part where you said that the young ones with the phones. I saw a hit there. So that's about it, family. Thank you to my team, of course, Carrie's TV. Thank you for the production. Remember to subscribe to the channel, follow Christocentric, station, some way, somehow. Plug into Phoebe Folson, the Christocentric guy. And I like to always go with a handshake. Yes. Thank you very much, Black Diamond, Ama Folson. What's your name? I get people who still call me Folson. I'm like, one family Folson.
We don't like forcing, please. If you don't know R from your L, we are teaching you now. It is Folson, F-O-L.
That's right.
S-O-N, not Folson. We are tired of forcing.
We'll start suing them. We'll see you very soon. So thank you very much, Ama Folson. It's such an honor. God bless you for allowing this to happen.
Thank you.
And I know the lives will be blessed and, of course, informed. I love the education bit of it, but I hope that we can read more when you eventually write a book. May God's grace see you through every life's race with an extra pace no enemy can chase. I like how your face is looking. So there's another phase of the diaries. We close this chapter. We are back in the next one. God bless you. And of course, thank you for watching. Ta-ta. Folson Gospel Diaries. Information for your inspiration.